So did you hear about Netflix?
What about it?
So Netflix stock dropped 38% in one day after earnings, after their earnings call.
That's wild.
They apparently lost 200,000 subscribers last quarter.
Did you hear that Blockbuster announced it was coming back?
Wow. The apocalypse is here.
Kidding.
Is that what you think is going on?
I'm kidding though. What?
Blockbuster's making a comeback. They're going to go to 2 stores now instead of 1.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I just think that Netflix says this is a long time coming, basically. Like, the Netflix stock is very high. They already were trying to say that Netflix has an agenda of promoting, like, young people and sexualizing young kids and boycotting Netflix. So I feel like what's it called? Accumulation?
Cumulative. The cumulative effect.
That sounds gross. The cumulative effect of all of that, plus them raising prices and limiting users, like, it was like just doing too much at one time. So I could see how it would drop.
I think people are just out of content, man.
I mean,
like Netflix literally dropped more content from 2020 to now than places have dropped, their entire lifespan.
Hollywood, yeah.
Then Hollywood's dropped its entire lifespan.
If Netflix needs more content, they need to reach out and make it known how to submit content. Because, hello, here. I can come up with a screenplay and send it in.
I mean, they're literally like, everything is a repeat now. Like, they literally have like 10 things up there about robbing banks. And it's the same thing.
And that movie that we watched yesterday was the same exact almost movie as the
lady stuck in a window.
A girl in the window.
Because of anxiety or whatever. Killed her kid.
There's like 2 movies like that. The same thing. And they're all like, all the movies like are not fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not funny movies. Like, there are no comedies out on Netflix right now, really. New comedies.
Like, they just came out with that one new one where they were stuck in there because of COVID.
And it wasn't
they were basically
even
making everything, making fun of everything, all the COVID rules.
Yeah. Like, that wasn't even that funny.
That's like the only, and that's not a new concept, because YouTubers have been making fun of that stuff for a while, but.
So you just think they're out of content?
I wouldn't say they're out. It's just like all repeating now. Like, everybody's watched all the content they're going to watch. So, and then you also got the introduction of all this competition.
Yeah.
Basically forced competition. HBO Max is literally like getting movies that were on the big screen.
Yeah.
While they're still on the big screen.
I don't even see how that
Netflix didn't make that deal, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even think that should be a thing. I really don't. But I guess it makes sense because they would release a movie, it'd go to the movie theater, then it would leave the movie theater and go to the $1.50 or like the discounted movie theater. Mm-hmm. Then it would be released on tape or DVD.
Yeah.
So it's like it's skipping that step, and like, I'm all for doing new things and changing stuff up, but it's going to be the end of big, going to the movies and having that experience. Like, I don't think we're going to be able to bring our kids to a movie theater. I don't think if they keep doing it like on this path that they're doing it, like, there won't be movie theaters anymore.
It's because, Hollywood has always had a liberal agenda for a long time. Like,
I think now it's just more obvious.
Starting back in the day with like Marilyn Monroe, like,
What about her?
So when Marilyn Monroe was popular, she was popular because she wore dresses they considered skimpy. Well, now what she's doing is not even skimpy to us. So it's not risque.
How's that liberal? Didn't you say liberal?
Yeah, it's like a liberal. It's pushing the boundaries of morality. Whatever you want to
That's like how far can they push it now? They
pushed it so far.
Yeah.
That the things they're pushing into are things that people are really giving real backlash to.
Yeah, because it's very obvious.
It's not like, oh, I'm showing a little bit of skin.
It's like, now I'm not showing anything, or I'm showing full-fledged.
Like there was a TikTok trend where it was like, go to this time period on this show.
Yeah.
And it was basically a guy's
yes. Okay, that's enough. Yeah.
Genitals.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what the TikTok, which TikTok is for children, or at least it was at the time.
It was supposed to be, like, in the beginning, I thought. It was supposed to be for, like...
And that's where the TikToks were sending these kids. Right? So,
yeah, because
So that's kind of like pushing the boundaries.
I mean, we
of
can
what's
get into,
appropriate.
Yeah, we can get into even more than that, like you said. Like Netflix sexualizing children on that show, and...
Like it's like the cheerleader one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I see. I never watched.
Yeah,
that.
we're not. Yeah, because it's
we
not. That's not something that we would be interested in.
Well, we just heard about it, so
But I don't know.
But I feel like Hollywood has always had some sort of liberal agenda, so that's not really something new.
But like you said, it makes sense what you said. They're pushing closer and closer into it being obvious that that's the agenda that they're trying to go to, and we're just not having it.
That's how Netflix was beating like TNT and the AMC channel and TBS. All these people that do movie reruns, because that's basically what Netflix started out as, was movie reruns. They would put to be honest, I'm pretty sure it started out as instead of going to Blockbuster to rent the movie after it came out on the big screen and it was there for a couple weeks, instead of like going to buy the DVD, you would go. It would just show up to your house.
Yeah, it was like Blockbuster. It was literally Blockbuster, but it would show up to your house. The DVD. So you would be able to rent it. You didn't have to leave and go to Blockbuster. Like, that was really what it all, like Amazon in that time frame too, and here with Netflix, that's how it started. It was like, which is kind of scary because, obviously, like, we do all of our shopping now without, people do all their shopping without even leaving the house, but that was what Netflix was. You go online, you pick the movie that you want to watch, you get it delivered to your house, you watch it at the privacy of your own home, you don't have to take it back to Netflix, to Blockbuster, or a physical store, you would just mail it in, and if you really like the movie, you would go buy it.
Or you just keep it.
I think they started doing that later. In the beginning, I don't think you could keep it.
We had the Blockbuster version.
Yeah, I don't think you
Before
could
it was
keep
too
it
late.
Netflix. Yeah, y'all be trying to save companies just like you and Nextel.
Yeah, man, I kept Nextel.
Y'all are loyal. Y'all are some
Nextel.
loyal people.
Miss Nextel with a passion.
Chirp, chirp. Y'all
are
loyal.
I still hate having to wait, ring to get somebody.
That's so funny.
When you could just go doo-doo.
Just chirp them. That's funny.
That's why, I'm mostly a text person. Want to get up with me, text me.
I just don't even want to talk to people anymore, so just text me. If I respond, cool. If not, I'll get back to you in 5 to 7 business days. I'm kidding, but yeah.
But all the other stuff, I really disagree. Like, why Netflix is losing its customers. Like,
what?
That they're making people share, people that are sharing passwords, like they're kicking them off, like stuff.
You
like
say
that.
You don't think that's happening?
No, I don't think they're doing that. Like I don't think their algorithm is that good.
I don't either, because I don't know. Yeah,
but I do think that it is becoming more expensive for them to make content because all the simple content has been done.
Yeah.
Like anything that would be cheaply done has been done. Like I say, and some of their Netflix originals had like big time actors in it, like The Rock and Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
You got Adam Sandler on there. You got Jennifer Aniston was on there.
I was gonna say, I think people wanted to. I'm switching gears. I think Netflix at the time really did push the, push the boundaries, change the way we thought about movies. But now there are other people taking what Netflix has done great and then making it better for cheaper and partnering, and it just makes more sense. Like if you're paying $500, or not $500, but $200 for subscriptions, like, are you going to cut?
Goes up.
You're going to cut your subscriptions out.
Which one is going to go? The one you're not using anymore because you done watched everything.
Right. So it's almost like they need to do like a re-campaign almost. Like they need to do a reset. Not a full reset, but just a different marketing campaign. Let people share accounts again. Like,
well, the truth is their number one genre should be comedies.
You would think this is a depressing world. Like, I don't want to sit here and watch. I mean, I do like murder mysteries, so that's fine. But like, I don't want to sit here and watch end of the world stuff. Like we're already going through end of the world stuff.
Half of their movies and TV shows are all end of the world stuff.
Like, if I wanted to watch that, I would go walk around outside.
Like it ain't that bad out there.
It's not, but no. Like I just saw something. It's not end of the world stuff, but it's like my friend just got her car broken, like window smashed in Wilmington, and she was like, I was in a nice part of Wilmington. Like,
boys will be boys, right?
What?
Just kidding.
No, but like, it's just crazy. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying that's end of the world stuff, but I'm just saying people are crazy and going, like, movies, I feel like, are an escape from a reality, not let's get so close to reality of what could happen and let me bring you and drag you into this world that really could happen. Like, I want to watch something funny and laugh and forget that I just had a crappy day or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're looking for.
And I think movies in general have moved away from that. And they need to be brought back to that. Like that Nicolas Cage movie, that was funny.
Yeah.
So.
It was basically Nicolas Cage making fun of himself.
It was really good. Like, I hope it...
But that was good enough to make it to the theaters.
I know. Yeah. Or they didn't sign a deal.
Yeah.
With another outlet. But anyways, you're just thinking they were just running out of content, and that's
or whoever chooses their content likes a certain type of content, and they kept choosing that content, and then by the time they realize, oh, I have too many of this type of content, all these other streaming services picked up the rest. Right, like Euphoria is on HBO. Like,
yeah,
Euphoria could 100% been on Netflix.
Definitely,
they probably just didn't pick it up.
Yeah,
because all those actors are unknown actors.
Well,
all of them.
Zendaya was not.
Zendaya had been in Spider-Man.
Right.
So she was like the only one of all of those people.
Yeah.
I think what's his name was literally in like a deli or something.
A deli.
Or he worked at a shoe store or something. Whatever. The one that acts dumb.
On Euphoria?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Angus Cloud? Fez?
Fez, yeah.
What about him?
Where was he working before he got his big break?
Oh, I don't know.
He got his big break on that show.
Yeah, like they came up to him and was like, "You're the perfect character for the show that we're doing. Like you are the character. Like he doesn't even have to act. He was the character." Yeah,
exactly. He
got discovered, just like I think I don't know if it was a shoe store. I just know he got discovered
while he was working.
Somewhere.
I think it was not even a waiter.
I think he was a waiter.
Which a lot of movie stores are waiters, but. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like these guys were getting rich.
I just think from
the first season of their show.
There's so many streaming outlets now. There's so many apps. There's so many like things that you're gonna cut whatever costs the most money. You're gonna probably cut, and you get the least amount. Like you're gonna keep Disney because Disney has sports, right? The sports package or whatever.
Yeah. So if you get Disney Plus. Disney also made it where you got Hulu.
Right.
So that's live TV, basically, or the next day after it comes out on live TV, you get that. Mm-hmm. And then you get ESPN Plus, which is live sports. So it's a no-brainer to pay $13.99 or whatever it is for Disney Plus to get 3 apps.
Right.
And then before Disney Plus came out, what was making Netflix so good was that they had all the Marvel stuff. Well, now that's on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. You know, so Netflix still has some of it, but those big blockbuster movies are not coming to Netflix. They're going to Disney Plus instead.
Right. That's all. And this, I kind of already just mentioned this, but it could be a key factor and showing us like the economy isn't doing well. Like maybe people can't afford subscriptions anymore, and that's also pretty scary. Yeah, so they're cutting what they're not necessarily needing to survive.
Right.
You know, like I'm not gonna. If I didn't want to work anymore, I wanted to work less or work a less stress. I'm just saying this in general, a less stress-free life. I wanted to show up, work my 3 hours a day, just enough to pay my bills. I'm cutting the subscriptions. I'm cutting, lowering my cell phone plan. I'm getting rid of everything that's extra, so that I don't have to work to pay for those subscriptions or anything extra necessities non-necessities that I need. Maybe that's what people are doing. Amazon cut. Like if you were trying to live a simplistic lifestyle because you had to.
Yeah, so Amazon's price went up.
They're probably going to get cut too.
You know, if you figure your average,
and it's a lot. I think
you figure your average shipping is, say it's $5.99 to ship something, and you have less than 12 orders a year from Amazon. It's not worth the 12. Basically, it's not worth. Amazon's basically $12.99 a month.
It's going.
But you just pay it all at one time.
Mm-hmm. Also, you know they say all this like, oh, you get free Kindles and stuff like that. You can join a public library and get all that stuff now,
right?
For free. Like you don't need to have an Amazon subscription to read books from your Kindle. Like you could rent them. You could do that at the library. Supposedly, I haven't tried it. But I heard that was like a little hack. Now some libraries have that. We should go ask ours. But yeah. So.
But we still got Netflix. We still support Netflix.
Yeah, and if it, I think I'm hoping that it does go back up. Because, like I said, if it doesn't and it keeps sinking, I do feel like that's a reflection of the economy. So.
But in 2020, during the pandemic, it got so bad with pandemic type content, where end of world content, that we literally just started watching the Vampire Diaries over again.
Yeah, we did.
You
That
know,
was during COVID?
Yeah, that was during COVID, and then the Vampire Diaries trended on Netflix again. You know, and then all those actors got popular again on TikTok. So then they brought Nina Dobrev back. You know, for her movies.
She had been missing for a while. Yeah.
You know, because of the popularity of Vampire Diaries.
Also, the numbers could be kind of skewed now that I'm thinking about it too. Hopefully, the numbers are just skewed because when we were all in lockdown, what else was there collectively in the world? Some places were affected differently. What was everybody doing? They were staying at home, watching TV.
Mm-hmm. And you could either watch the coronavirus coverage on TV or you could watch Netflix. Right.
And that's when all those other things where you could watch movies before they came to the movie theater started popping off, and that was during COVID. So maybe the numbers are just skewed and now they're like kind of leveling out back to what they were prior to COVID. We'll have to do a little bit of research on that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so let's say in the last podcast we talked about how Netflix went from $8 to $400. Well, now it's back down to $200. So
it sounds like it's evening out, but we'll do a little bit of more research on that.
It's back to trading 20 to 1 instead of 40 to 1.
Right.
You know, which is average for that sector, 20 to 1. It's not overpriced, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna buy it?
No.
You buying the dip?
I'm not buying it at 200. That's not my price range. That's too high.
Bill Ackman, he had bought the dip in January.
Who was that?
So Bill Ackman is a famous hedge fund investor.
I was going to say that last name sounded familiar.
He's mostly known for having like big time SPAC deals.
Okay.
Right. So when this happened, he literally lost $400 million in one day.
Because he bought
Netflix.
At what? $400?
I think he bought the dip
share?
at like $350 or something like that.
Oh, damn. That's crazy.
Thinking it was going to go back up.
That's what I'm saying. It's already high. Like, that's high. If you got money to blow like that, let me have some of it.
Well, because in the previous prospectus, they were supposed to go up 200,000 more subscribers.
Then all of a sudden...
And they went down.
Well, because they thought those 2,000 subscribers?
200,000.
They thought that if they decreased the amount of people that could log on under one account, those people would have to be forced to buy their own account. So they thought that maybe they were going to get more, but in reality, maybe it just pissed them off, and they were just like, well, I guess I'm not buying a Netflix account. You know, that could be it too. Bunch of factors going into that. Sucks for him. Hopefully it goes back up for him, but there's a lot of stuff I have that is down that I didn't sell that I thought was going to go up, so but I didn't put...
And now that I'm buying them.
Right. I didn't put all millions of dollars. I'm not losing millions. I'll maybe lose a couple hundreds.
You know.
Maybe 1,000, but I'm not trying to lose millions.
But it also helped you out in Dogecoin. You know, because I sold mine when it didn't go up, and you held on to it, and then it spiked.
It spiked up, but I didn't sell it, and now it's back. I mean, I'm still up a lot.
You're up big, you know.
I'm up big, but I wasn't up as big as I was when it got to 80.
You're not the Dogecoin
80s.
millionaire or nothing, but
I wish.
all you had to do was put $1,000 in. You would have been a millionaire.
Man, this is supposed to be fun. You just made me mad.
Millionaire.
Who would put who would have put $1,000? I mean, I know people did, but like during that time, like it was. I think I was already laid off at that point. Like I don't know if I had a job. There was no way I was putting $1,000 in somewhere like a cryptocurrency that wasn't Bitcoin, that wasn't already established. But if I got in a time machine, I'll tell myself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Like when I was typing in that 0, I would have been like whispering in my ear, type in the 2 more zeros. Instead of buying 20 shares, I would have said, type in 5 more zeros. Anyways, $20 worth, I would have bought 2,000 instead. So.
But we hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on in your world so we can talk about it.
For sure.
This is the So What You Want to Talk About podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Meredith.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.